Hey, what's up, everybody? You are tuned in to Conversations with Whisky Blue
And Eric too.
and Eric Too. How y'all doing? We've been away for a little bit, but we're back, and we won't be coming on every Thursday, but we will be coming on twice a month. We will do every first Thursday and every third Thursday, and we will be consistent about that. When we started out, we set out to do every Thursday. Eric said to me, "Hey, well, maybe we shouldn't do it every Thursday." I said, "No, I want to do it every Thursday." But then if we started doing it, I couldn't keep up with every Thursday. So now we're going to be doing it just twice a month instead of every Thursday. It'll be every first Thursday and every third Thursday. We just want to say welcome to you all. What you want to say, Eric?
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, I'm about to say, let us hear your voice.
we'll be more consistent, that's for sure.
That is for sure. Well, we decided that tonight, since we didn't really plan exactly what we were going to talk about, that we would do tonight, this evening, this episode would be talk soup. We just gonna talk and have a conversation like what me and Eric tend to do when I go by his house. Though I haven't been by his house as much as I used to, but there's a reason for that. I've been working hard, and last time we were on, I was still officially homeless, though I had a roof over my head and I was living at GCAP. Officially, that was a transitional house, and it's for people who are HIV positive and that are able to stay there for a year and up to 2 years if they need to, while they get themselves organized and back up on their feet and get their own place. They can work towards getting their own housing. And so I've been so busy with that. And last month, April, I signed my lease to my
Yay.
apartment. And I'm so grateful for that. So I haven't been with Eric as much, but I did go by Eric because Eric gave me some lamps and some other things because I had absolutely nothing. I'm so grateful that everyone came together and made sure that my apartment is fully furnished. And it happened within less than 2 weeks. I have everything I need. Now, there are some other things that I want. I would like a ninja. So if someone out there want to be a blessing to me and gift to me a ninja, you can go on Amazon and order a ninja for me. So I have a blender, so I can make some smoothies. Eric, I'm putting it out there.
Right.
And another desire that I had is for a card table. I want a card table, but I want the card table with the padded seats because the one without the padded seat, Eric, they hurt my booty. You
You
know?
and me both. Not that I need another chair right now. I got my own, but um okay, a card table with padded seats in the chair.
Yeah. And
Okay.
here's the good part about it. You know, no one has to do it all by yourself. You can get with someone and say, hey, let's get together and share the cost to get whiskey a ninja, you know?
Right.
And if someone do that, it may cost you maybe about what, 25, $30 a piece for about four people to get together and get me a good ninja, you know? And for the card table, it's less than $100. So if someone pays like $25, four people get together, it's easier when we work and do things together, you know?
Is that all those costs? The card table is less than $100?
Yes, it's less than 100
Really?
online. I saw on Walmart or
Okay.
Amazon. So just so y'all know, this is just something. I also need a vacuum cleaner still. But for the moment, I only have carpet in my bedroom. So if I don't get a vacuum cleaner, guess what? I go by Eric's house and borrow his vacuum cleaner. But if y'all want to get together and purchase vacuum cleaner from me, I'm open to that as well. Eric, you go ahead and do some talking while I'm out here just putting out stuff, trying to get stuff.
I don't I think those are great things that you need to continue putting your house together. Um, that I was surprised at the cost of the card table, because today actually I went to Walmart to do some grocery shopping and just about fell out of my chair. I was like,
Wow.
holy crap, things have gotten expensive.
Expensive.
For example, I buy a lot of pork steak. I like it better than pork chops, and they used to be on the cheaper side. You could get 6 decent sized pork steaks for around $10 to $12 for the family pack, the 6 of them in there.
Right.
They are fucking $25 a piece now.
Wow.
They've doubled in price. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have to start eating tuna.
Wow.
It was ridiculous. Luckily I kept under my budget, but I'm seriously, this price increase bullshit. I don't see how some people do it. Not if they have a big family.
Right. And listen, if you're single, it's almost like you need to be in a relationship these days just so you can share the cost of living.
Right. Exactly.
So guess what? Me and you gonna have to start doing more eating together. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And put our money together, you know what I'm saying? And buy enough food and just have meals together, because it'll go further way.
Yeah, it's certainly cheaper to share, but like even a single person who doesn't have somebody to share with, it's like, can you afford to eat healthy, not just the microwavable crap? Because I don't do that. I cook, I eat my vegetables and my fruit. And if you, like college students, I'm sure mom and dad are helping them, but some of them, I know they're not. How do you eat? I mean, what do you eat? Because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Let me put this out there while Eric is talking. I'm going to cut him off real quick just so y'all know. Eric is a good cook. And ultimately, Eric knows how to make some bomb sweet potato pies. And if y'all need a sweet potato pie, y'all can pay him to make sweet potato pie and supplement his income so he can have more money to buy food with. But not only that, Eric is an artist, and Eric has some great art, and I want to put that out there as well. If you're interested in some art, specifically erotic art,
well,
and
not
you
just
other art as well.
Yeah, not just erotic art, but I do. I really like botanicals, so I work on those. But yeah, I it's fun.
All right, so know that if y'all want some of his artwork or something like that, reach out to Eric and let him know that you're interested, and he will make it happen for you. And all of a sudden, you're gonna have to give him something to let him know that you appreciate what he does. I want to shout out real quick. Veronica, just say hello there. So, Veronica, if you're still there, we shouting you out on tonight. Veronica is all the way down in Gazelle, Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And Veronica gets up every morning and shows up for coffee and conversations with Whisky Blu. So
that's cool.
Any day that you're up early in the morning, Eric, pop on with us. We just I know you don't get up that early. I know that's
I don't get up early.
I know you get up early. I don't even know why I said that. I said it because I know you like coffee, but I don't even
I
think
do like coffee
early.
But like at 10 o'clock in the morning, not at 6.
Well, we come on at 8 o'clock Central Time.
Well, that's a little too early.
All right. But one day we're going to get Eric up to be a special guest on coffee and conversations and stuff like that. But right now, we're just grateful to have this together. And we just said it was going to be Talk Soup today. Tell us what's going on. Have you been watching the news at all, Eric?
I try not to,
Okay.
but I have. What topic are you talking about?
Because I don't watch it at all. So I just wonder, is there
Oh,
anything in the news that sparked your interest to talk about tonight as we have this talk soup?
none that just really piss me off. I mean,
Okay.
it's a clusterfuck. It's horrible. This unnecessary war, the person in the White House, all of his administration. I'm sick to my stomach about it every time I listen to something they're doing. And let's just say I'm not a happy American right now.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, I my least favorite subject.
Well, it seems like there are other people who are not quite happy about the direction that the country is going in either. So you are definitely not the only one. I believe I'm getting some comments other places, so I'm gonna look and see. But hey, uh, I don't know what we're gonna do, Eric. I guess we just gotta live through it and get
Well,
out the polls next time, huh?
yeah, get out and vote. They're trying to do everything in their power to keep anyone who's not Republican and white from voting. The Supreme Court just rolled back the voter, what's it called? Something voters' rights. I can't remember what it's called, but basically it disenfranchises anyone who's not a white Republican.
Wow.
So, I mean, with you being African American, it's going to be, I don't know, they're making it harder for anyone who's not African American to vote.
Wow. Now, you know what? I'm sitting here, Eric, and this just popped up on my screen. I don't know, but someone posted on their Facebook and they said that this can't be real. You know, I'm not even gonna bring it up. We'll talk about that off the air a little later.
What can't be real?
I said I wasn't gonna talk
Okay.
about
All
it.
right.
But briefly, they posted that it can't be real and put SMH. So I'm thinking it's not real. But it says that shouting in church will become illegal in Georgia in 2028.
Say that again.
Shouting in church will become illegal in Georgia in 2028. I'm thinking that's not real.
I don't see how, because there's a lot of holy rollers down there. And shouting in church is one of the things they do.
Right.
Run the aisle, shout in tongues, and yeah, that sounds stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't practice organized religion, but leave people alone. What the fuck?
Yeah. How about it?
That's ridiculous.
So let's see. What else is there anything you've heard about in Chambana?
Chambana. Actually, yeah, I heard about your book that you wrote.
Wow.
How did you do on your interview on, was it Conversations or was it just on your?
It was just on my platform. We used StreamYard, but it wasn't on the Conversation with Whisky Blu Eric Too platform.
Okay.
Yeah, what did I do? Yeah, we did use StreamYard though, and it aired on YouTube and on Facebook. But it went well. It was a great interview. There was a gentleman by the name of Bishop Randy C. Jones. I call him Bishop RCJ. He facilitated the celebration that evening. And then I had another gentleman who I very, very fond of. His name is Apostle Anthony F. Burgess, and he was my guest reader on that night. So he read some. I like hearing other people read what I wrote, and he's just a great reader. And we had great time. People called in, wished me well, shared with us kind words and all of that great stuff, and we had a great time. And now, Bishop RCJ, he actually just released his book. So I'm going to be interviewing him on In the Spotlight with Whisky Blu, and talking about his book. I just like helping people to get exposure, you know what I'm saying? Because we live in a period of time where everybody wants to be paid, but nobody wants to help nobody. We're all struggling when it comes to
Right.
finance, having to pay for these high prices in food and inflation being out the wazoo. And listen, I don't even make no money driving for Uber these days because they pay us the same amount of money, but we pay more for gas. But they're not paying us more money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've had to fill up the car the other day, Eric, and it cost me $60 to fill up the car.
And you have an economical car, right?
I have an economical car. It's a Kia Sportage. But I pay $433 a week to rent the car.
Right.
And then I have to pay for the gas. And so I barely break even, if I break even. You know what I'm saying? And God knows I have to start taking my lunch bag with me and eating that and not eating out, because that will just eat up everything.
Yeah.
So, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
We have to be able to help one another. And so he did it for me. So I'm going to have an interview and interview him and spotlight his book because he came on and did what he did for me. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to learn how to help one another. It's all about love, respect, kindness, peace, and unity. And we as a people have got to start working together. And people reach out to me, Eric, and to present to me, but that none of them are willing to do nothing for free. You reach out to me, I'm who I am. I'm a renowned recording artist that have traveled for years, and then people reach out to me, but then I wouldn't do nothing for free.
Right.
They want me to pay them. And at the end of the day, my question is, can you do more for me than what I'm doing for myself? Why should I pay you to do what I'm able to do for myself? Because even if you do something for me, it's going to give you exposure. And if they were smart, they would say, well, Whiskey, let me help you out. And whatever I do for you, you give me a percentage of what comes in. But no, they want you to pay them up front. I'm willing to give anybody, listen, if you help me make $10, I have no problem giving you $2. You help me make 100, I have no problem giving you 20. I would rather have a percentage of something than to have 100% of nothing. But people aren't willing to work like that no more, and they don't realize they can do better, because that's how I do. I drive and people give me tips. But guess what? I make sure I have bottled water in the car. I make sure I have lifesavers and chocolates in the car. I make sure that I have sometimes little bags of chips that I get and says, y'all want some chips? And guess what? I tell people my story, and they turn up. Man, I drove one guy, Eric, about 2 miles, and that brother gave me a $50 tip.
Wow, that was nice of him.
I just met a family that just moved here from the Philippines today, and they got in the car, a husband and wife. She's a nurse, and they transplanted here from the Philippines so she could work at Call. And she says, you are so, I love your energy. I said, well, you all are a part of my family now. I gave them my card. We talked. And listen, it's about coming together as people.
Yep. People don't do that before. I know that just here at my dining room table, you and I have had that conversation many times. common courtesy, treating your fellow human like a friggin' human. Don't, you can be nice without expecting anything back, but I'll guarantee you, if you're nice about it, you're more likely to get that same attitude back in a nice way instead of a bad way.
Right.
People just don't. God, we've become so. I know in the 80s it started being me, me, me. It's still that way. And it infuriates me because people are just rude. People are just rude, and they don't give a shit about each other unless they get something out of it.
Yeah. But I am so grateful for people like yourself. I'm so grateful for so many people that I have met since I've been here in the Champaign-Urbana area that have been a blessing to me in so many different ways. I'm not even going to share some stuff. I'm going to show y'all some stuff. I'm learning not to talk about stuff at a time because you think sometimes that the people that you share stuff with are going to support you, but they actually become envious of you because of what's going on and what you're working to accomplish in your life. So when it happens, I'm going to tell everybody what happened and how it happened, but I'm going to wait until it actually happened, you know. But I'm so grateful for everything that's going on at this particular time in my life. Watch this. Now, I will say this. Tomorrow, I don't know when it's going to air, but Kelly Finley, the news anchor woman from what's it,
WCIA.
WCIA? Well, I'm a special guest on her podcast tomorrow.
Awesome.
Her podcast is The New Kid on the Block, and she's invited me to be her guest on tomorrow. We'll be taping, the segment, so I'll be letting you all know when it will air. And how did that happen? Because someone that I know connected me and said, I go to a kidney transplant group, Second Chance Kidney Transplant Group, and that's another part of my family. Everybody in the group has had a kidney transplant or they donated a kidney for somebody. I'm the only one that's on dialysis now that's in need of a kidney transplant, but they have become my family. They actually met here at my place this past week on Tuesday. And the gentleman that's over it knows somebody, and he put the word out about me. Because it's all about networking and people helping people and getting together. And next Friday, I'm having an event at the library that's called A Night of Healing and Stories from the Rideshare Driver's Seat. So I've been sharing about my book with people. I had a young gentleman in my car today. I said, man, what are you doing next Friday? Are you busy? He said, no. I said, well, I wrote a book. I just overcame homelessness. And I wrote a book while I was homeless. And next week at the library, we're going to be reading from my book. And I showed him the book. I said, if you're not doing nothing, man, come. He said, I'll be there.
That's awesome.
I'm so connected with people in this town that it's been awesome, man.
That's great.
Yeah. So you talk about something else while I sit back. I've been talking so much.
Well, I'm glad that you're able to get out. You're more mobile than I am, so it's easier for you to get out to meet people. Plus, with you driving for Uber, I mean that's just up your alley. I mean that gives you people to meet. Plus, you have your dialysis group. So you have those communities. I don't know if Uber would be called a community, but you have, I'm sure, some people that you may have stayed in contact with. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you at least have your other community, so that you're able, like you said, to network better than someone who stays at home a lot.
Right.
So I'm really glad that is happening for you. I go do my shopping and I want to come home.
Okay.
People just irritate me.
Okay.
I say that I have yet to run into anyone that is just flat out rude. I mean, I have never had an issue being here in the Chambana community. I really haven't. I like it here, and I'm glad that people are a little bit more laid back, even though it's a major university town.
Mm-hmm.
It feels right. There's no underlying I don't know. The only word I can come up with is discourse. There's no underlying, like people are waiting to get on top of each other and you rip their throats out. It's none of that. Everybody seems genuinely nice. At least that's what I found.
Yeah.
So,
and you know what I want to do? I don't know if you allow me to do this for you. If you allow me to do this for you, because I am always trying to do something, and it don't cost money to do it. When you're ready, we're going to have Whisky Blu presents Eric Vaughn Art Show.
oh God.
We're going to have a virtual art show.
Okay.
What we're going to do is before it comes, we're going to take pictures of your art. We're going to upload files, and we probably will use a Zoom account to do this, or StreamYard, it don't matter. But we'll be able to show people select pictures of your art. If it's something that's erotic, then we'll cover up the private parts on it. You know what I'm saying? And but then we'll also show you other artwork. And you're awesome with plants. We keep saying we're going to do a show on the secret life of plants.
True.
As well. So, but let's work on do something to present your art. And this way it'll be like an infomercial where people see what you have, and then
Okay.
they can watch this. You could do an auction if you want to.
No. I will.
Or you
I
can
will.
set a price.
I will. Okay, we'll do this. I will pick out the ones I think are best, and then I'll have someone else pick out what they think are best, and then that way I know that someone else actually wants to see something that I do. I do it for myself.
Right.
But everybody that has seen them are like you and Mary, my friend Mary. She's like, you need to get these out there. And I'm like, I don't know that people want to see them. So we'll do it. We'll let them judge and we'll go from there.
Yep.
If everybody says no, I'll never show another piece of art.
Well, everybody's not going to say no because I already have a piece you gave me for free. So now I'm about to buy the next piece.
All right, we'll do it. It's up to you.
You're gonna make some money, even if it's just enough to buy you another container of coffee.
Right?
As much coffee as you drink, and coffee is sky high.
Yeah, it is. And I buy the cheap shit too.
What kind do you drink?
Well, I actually get the family size of Walmart coffee.
Okay.
I can't afford Folgers, and it doesn't really taste any different because
Right.
I do not the dark, the medium. I do medium roast instead of dark. Dark is too strong for me.
Okay.
But yeah, We may come up with enough for me to buy another can of coffee.
Okay. Eric,
uh,
have you noticed anything different this evening?
you have a blue beard,
How
or
about
it looks blue from here. Is it blue or
it?
purple?
It is blue.
Okay.
And you know, I started talking about doing this when I first came into the house.
Right?
And I finally did it just this past, what day was that this week? May have been Monday. DJ came by and dyed my hair on my face. And guess what? People are loving it. Now, I'm sure there's some people that ain't say nothing about it because they really don't like it. But the most people that I've had that have said something to me, they say, wow. Even when I went to get my blood drawn the other day, the girl said, wow, you have a blue beard. She said, I love it. She said, I love it. She said, every one of us are an expression of God, and you just be who you are. You know what I'm saying? And
Right?
express yourself and just be yourself. She said, I think it's awesome.
Good. It looks nice on you.
Thank you. And I'm not even ashamed today.
Right? Oh, I didn't either. I've always wanted to dye my hair. But the most I've ever done is like bleach sun streaks in my hair.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know. I wouldn't even do that now. I don't feel, I guess I feel like my mojo has lost a little bit. So
Okay.
I do applaud you because it does look good on you.
Thank you.
It fits your personality too.
Well, thank you. If you ever want to do yours blue, we could be twins.
I don't know about blue. I don't know. I've earned the gray in my beard. So
I've earned mine too. I just don't want it.
I've seen these guys do that just for men, where it's like a solid black. And I'm like, that is the ugliest thing. Stop doing that. You know, embrace your grays because you've earned them. But yeah, I'm kudos to you. It looks nice.
Well, thank you so very much, sir. I appreciate it. You know, and I'm probably gonna do some other things. You know what I'm saying? Life is life.
Right?
We're here just to live it and have a good time. And I'm not being judgmental of nobody else, although I know people will be judgmental of me. But guess what? I don't care. You have your life, I have my life. Either you're going to judge me for the content of my heart, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to having issues when I decide to do different things. Listen, I'm used to going to the to get my eyebrows done. I like going to get a pedicure and a manicure. You know what I'm saying? And every now and then, if I'm really feeling, I'll polish my nails blue as well, because it's what I want to do, and I'm still the same kind, gentle person that love people, respect people, and who they are. And because you don't like to do what I do, you don't have to. But guess
Right.
what? There are people out there that eat chitlins. I don't. But I ain't upset with you because you like chitlins and eat feet. You know what I'm saying? People have got to get it together.
Right.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We see some of y'all chiming in with us. Y'all make sure y'all send some comments so we can post them online. If there's anything you want us to talk about, let us know. You know, please like and share this and let people know that Conversations with Whisky Blu and Eric Too, we are back and we'll be on every first and third Thursday. This evening, we're just having talk soup, just having a good time. When we come back, we may do talk soup number 2. Who knows? We just here to have a good time.
Well, we haven't, like you said before, you and I haven't sat at my dining room table and just talked in a while.
Right. Yeah.
I will say that I miss that immensely. But I'm glad that things are going your way and that hopefully calming down a little bit. So I miss you a
I
lot.
miss you too. And I'm going to get back over it because listen, I want to say the last time I was there, you must have beat me again in Rummy, and it's time for me to come back and whip your butt in Rummy.
I was just going to tell you, Mary says hi, and she says that now that you haven't been over here, she and I have become rummy whores because that's all she does what she needs to do, and then we play rummy.
Okay. Well, tell Mary, don't get too comfortable because I'm coming over here and I'm going to whip her too.
So, yeah, it's been a while since you and I've talked. I did try to get on when you did the interview about your book, but I wasn't expecting to, and it didn't work for me, and I apologize for that. I have heard excerpts from it, which frankly made me cry. So I'm anxious to hear the rest of it, and I don't listen to audiobooks very well. I have, but I prefer reading them because then I can put my own inflections in the characters and the voices and all of that stuff. That's what comes from being a theater person. But I'm anxious to be able to do that.
Okay. Well, that's
just so you know.
Well, we look forward to you being able to do that.
Right?
And you brought up the theater.
Oh, okay.
Do you think you will ever do theater again? Is that something you would aspire to do?
I thought about that. Being in a wheelchair, I don't think I would act again unless the part was like, I don't know, kind of specific for a person that's in a wheelchair. I love directing. So I definitely would do that if given the opportunity. I don't know if you talk to anybody that I directed before, they probably wouldn't have very nice things to say about me because I'm very strict.
You're whip.
When you're here at practice, you don't joke around. You're here to do something. Right. And I learned that from my college days and my professors that it's like, if you want to joke around, you get the hell out. Okay. So I tend to do it this way, and we'll keep doing it again until you get it. Okay. So, but anyway, yes, I would love to direct again. Like I said, I'm not too sure about acting. I still like going.
Did you know that there is a theater company right here in the area?
Yeah.
Well, one day we're gonna have to get together and go see something they're putting on.
I have been there once. I was lucky enough to get tickets for Falsettos.
Okay.
And I'd never seen it before, had never read it. And of course, the ending just made me cry like a little bitch, but I enjoyed going. I didn't like the ending, but that's what it is. It was at the station here in Urbana.
Okay. I dropped somebody off there one day.
Yeah. And I think it's a community theater. I don't think it's specifically for college students, although the university has their own theater department. I think the station is a community theater, which is awesome. Everybody should support local theater.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love theater. I mean,
let me ask you this: have you ever thought about writing something for theater?
oh, many times,
Have you ever
many
done it?
times, huh?
Have you ever done something where you wrote?
Um, actually, I didn't show anybody, but in high school, I wrote a one-act play that I kept to myself. I think I've since lost it. But I have several several ideas of writing a play, and that's something that I hadn't thought about in a while. Whiskey, I may have to look into that again.
I'm always pulling stuff out of people, ain't I?
Yeah, you are.
That's what I do.
Well,
That's
and
what I do.
I mean, it's good that you do that, but it's good for us because, like I just said, I hadn't thought about that in years, and I miss it. I may not be on the stage or directing, but I might be able to come up with a play that's worth a damn.
Yeah,
So
that's what's up.
that would be fun.
Yep. So that means that there are things to do, you know? So we
Yeah.
got a lot of work to do. We got some stuff to get accomplished in 2026 and 2027. Listen, as long as we got stuff to do, that means we can't die.
Stay busy. You got to stay busy.
You got that right. So we got an art show that'll be coming up, a virtual art show featuring Eric's art. We'll let y'all know when we get it together because I'm gonna stay on him and push him. He may tell me, he said, "What's he just leave me the hell alone?" But I'm gonna keep pushing him to do it. You know, we're gonna be doing more shows. You know, we still have a part 2 that we're gonna do of the homeless show that we did before about the homeless because there's still more information to get out there. And even as we talk about homelessness, listen, one of the things that I've come to learn is that there are different levels of homelessness. Number one, and everyone that's homeless are not the same. There are some people that are homeless and want to be homeless. There are
True.
some people who act like they're homeless and stand on the corner asking for money every day and probably got more money than what you got, a Mercedes Benz in a house, but they've learned how to hold a sign up and play like they're homeless to play on the sympathy of giving people. And they themselves walk around the corner, get in the car, and you don't even have a car of your own. You know, so there are some people who are not homeless, but who act homeless. And then there are people out there, you know, who are homeless, but they don't even want a home of their own because they don't want the responsibility. They get a check every month and they want to use their check how they want to use it, and they don't
Mhm.
want to have to pay rent and all that stuff. So, and then there are people out there who are just simply mentally ill, you know what I'm saying, and can't even maintain a home, you know, and that's why they live the way they live. I've been seeing a guy here since I got here in Champaign, Urbana. I see him. I don't know who he is, you know, but he always has on the same clothes. Sometimes I see him with a bag and sometimes I don't. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I see him drinking and sometimes I don't. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I met some people that I begin to build friendships with. You know, so we want to go back and talk about that. If there are people that said the stride shelter, but there are resources if you find yourself having to contend with and deal with homelessness. There are resources that will help you if you're willing to do the work, you know, so that you can have a place or a home of your own. I met a guy that had a place, had a Section 8 voucher, you know, but didn't do what he needed to do to maintain his voucher, got an extension to find a place, but it wasn't a priority for him to do what he needed to do, and he lost his voucher. So, listen, we want to go back and revisit, the topic of homelessness, because we want to encourage those people who are homeless that you can be resilient and you can overcome it. But also, we want to help people who out there that need resources to help you find the resources and get set up on your road towards becoming home.
Yep.
I'm always talking, ain't I? I gotta stop.
That's okay. It's better you than me.
So,
but yes, I totally agree. We need to revisit that subject. I think last time we gave a lot of statistics, and this time we need to give, I think, specifically for our area, even though our conversation is worldwide, we need to give resources available here in our area for people that listen to us locally. Right. Although some of those would transfer nationwide because they have the same organizations all over the United States. Some don't. Some are just local. But yeah, in the summer you don't think about homelessness as much because it's like, they're not out there freezing. I guess they're doing okay. That's not always the case. And believe me, I cringe when winter comes around and I know it's going to be 32 degrees or lower. And just to think of a family out in the cold, couldn't even get temporary sheltering. It breaks my heart. And there has to be a way to help. So unfortunately, with everything skyrocketing right now, economically, we need all the help that we can get to reach out to these people who actually want help. Like you said, some people don't. Some are happy with it, and that's okay. But those that really need the help, we need to find a way to get them what they need.
Yeah. I agree. So we've got work to do, and just to encourage everyone that's listening or that does listen to this, whether you're listening with us live or whether you come back and you're listening to the replay or the archive version of this particular segment, I just want to say to you all, be encouraged. You know what I'm saying? We're living in a period of time where inflation again is so high, and there are resources out there. If you don't have the money, you may not always get what you want, but you'll be able to. Veronica just said, "Whiskey Blue, you and Eric Too are doing a fantastic." Thank you, Veronica.
Thank you, Veronica.
And I just want you all to know that there's so much we can do. And listen, I got an apartment now. I go to the food pantry. You know what I'm saying? I know what I have to do to go out there if because I have to go make sure I get my food stamps increased. And then the reality is that I used to get a gift card from CUPHD, and that has been cut. Food goes up, but the gift card's been cut down. You know
because
what I'm saying?
Of the funding.
Because
from the government.
Yep. And so we just have to find other ways and be creative.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Back to the food banks. Those are just not for homeless people. Those are for low income people. People that may get some food stamps, but not enough to last them the whole month. So you can supplement your food by doing that. And that's why they're there. There shouldn't be any shame. There shouldn't be any, I believe me, I've got pride. there are certain things that it's like, oh man. But if you're fucking hungry enough, you swallow that pride, you go to the food bank and let them help you, because that's what they're there for. Doesn't matter if you're just low income. I don't think, is there even a middle class anymore? I think that's been done away with.
I do too, Eric. I really
The
do.
last I heard, if you're middle class now, you are making $200,000 a year. That's middle class. That's not even low income. Low income below poverty is less than $15,000 a year. You divide that by 12, people can't live on that anymore.
Yeah.
It's infuriating. And I get very passionate about it, because my homeless story is totally different than yours or the Joe Blow down the street. But they all still are in this basket of homelessness.
Right.
So no matter the situation, there are resources out to help. It may be a pain in the ass to sign up for them or qualify for them, but if you stick to it and do what you need to do, they're there for you. That's why they're there. They want to help. So
yeah. Use the food banks, use the food pantries. If you make sure that you don't know that you do not have to starve, there are resources. Listen, there are soup kitchens right here in at least one of them I know of.
right.
Then there's a church with Pastor Leah. I think the name of her church is Metropolitan something. I don't know the exact name. It's right over there on First. And they feed every Monday night. If you can go there and get a free meal. I go there sometimes and just go get me a free meal. Because you have to know that there are ways. That meal means that I don't have to pay for a meal that particular day. And they will accept donations, and I have given donations. But it's good to know that if I need a meal and don't even have a donation to give, they will still welcome it. And guess what? They have servers that come to the table, give you a menu. You pick what you want to have on that particular night, and they come and bring it to you and serve you. They don't treat you like you're homeless. They just give, and they have different meals to choose from.
That is awesome. I have never heard of that before. That is friggin' awesome.
Yeah.
And being able to do that and not feel, like you go in and they have one thing, and if you're not going to eat that, then you go hungry. But be able to go in and choose from 2 or 3 things, that's friggin' awesome.
Yep.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I've never been there, but that alone impresses me. Dang, we may have to go together one night, because I want to experience that.
You are welcome to go.
That would be cool.
I will definitely pick you up. We can go there one Monday evening, and even then turn around and have Pastor Leah come on here to talk about the ministry and the work that they do feeding the community.
That would be awesome. That is so. Oh God, yes. Let's plan that.
You got it. This area, man, has so many unique resources that a lot of people don't know, but because I'm a rideshare driver, I get to learn stuff.
Right. Yeah, a lot of people that have lived here, I'm going to say probably close to their whole life, do not know about some of the resources available in this area, right, which is a shame.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a flat out shame.
It is.
But I think, the more we're visible, the more we get the word out, the more it's going to help some people.
Yeah. I agree. And let me tell you, Eric, there are so many people here that I meet on a day-to-day basis. I'm always telling them about GCAP, and there are people that have never heard about GCAP, and GCAP has been here for 40 years. And I want to say to you all that's out there, if you know someone that's living with HIV, that find themselves in a crisis where they become homeless or at risk of becoming homeless, a GCAP is another wonderful resource. It is a transitional house where people can come and get the support they need to help reestablish themselves, get back up on their feet, have a room that's covered for them for the time that they're there. They have their own room with a lock on the door. I think they have 5 rooms there. One
Mm-hmm.
room is a really large room, so they have put 2 people in that room from time to time. But my room was always my room by myself. You know what I'm saying? But I had a code on my door, and we had code to get in the back door and in and out the house. You know, you're able to do your laundry for free. They provide toilet tissue and paper towel. They have a pantry where if you don't even have food, you go downstairs in the pantry and get food to live off of and everything until you're able to get yourself reestablished. Let I want people to know that that is a resource for people. So if you're HIV positive and you find yourself homeless, there reach out to GCAP and see if they have a room open or space for you that can take you in and give you the support that you need. I tell people about it all the time. They don't even know about it.
Right. And I just want to throw this in there. There are some stipulations. When you have to be HIV positive, you have to be homeless, but they also require that you have some kind of income, whether it be disability check, Social Security, unemployment, I think qualifies, but they prefer that you work. If you're able to work, if you're in a position to where you are still able to work, they ask that you still work,
Right.
because in the process of you staying there, the goal is to get you back on your feet. They allow you time to save money. They allow you time to get your credit fixed enough to where when you do have enough saved to go get that apartment, your credit's not going to be the downfall.
Right.
They make sure that you see your doctors and make your appointments. If you don't have transportation, there are volunteers that will help with transportation on occasion, because we do have a really good public transportation here. Somebody at GCAP, if you have a problem, will be able to answer that problem.
Yeah.
Whether it's the director, the board of directors, volunteers, it doesn't matter. If they're associated with GCAP, they'll figure out how to get you the answer.
Right.
But like I said, there are things that you need to do if you do require staying there. It's not you need to do this. It is you need to do this so that you can stand on your feet again.
Right.
You can be proud of yourself. Yes, you had a little bit of help, but you did a lot of work in the process.
Yeah.
And together with their help, you can get back on your feet. That's the whole, well, I can't say that it's the whole reason, but it's a big reason that they're there. They've been there for 40 years.
Yeah.
The lady, I can't, I'm going to cry.
Don't make me cry.
The lady that started it, awesome lady. She is, I don't know, the best way to describe her is down to earth and no bullshit. She doesn't, she's like, yeah, let's, we'll figure that out. And the volunteers, my heart goes out to them because they have helped me many times when I was having health issues with my legs. And I would not be in a mental state that was very cohesive with who I truly am. I'm a happy, we'll figure it out. Well, this is it. Deal with it. Figure out how to make it work. And instead of me crawling in a corner somewhere and crying, they encouraged me a lot. So I can't say enough about GCAP. Now, I'm not going to say that it's perfect, because there were some bumps in the road for several people. But they'll help you figure it out, and they will be there if you need them. Now, I only tout GCAP because I know the program. I've been in the program. Like you were saying, there are other resources available here that people don't know about. I'm glad that we're back, for one. Two, I'm glad that we have a platform so that we can inform people of those resources, whether they need them or not, because they may know somebody who knows somebody.
Right.
It's word of mouth. And I got a big mouth, so we'll get the word out.
Yep. And what people need to know, you may not need the resource now, tonight, but the way things are going in this world, you may wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
And you may find yourself in a crisis. Just because you have a home today, don't mean you're going to get up in the morning and still have a home. Because you never know what could happen overnight, or within the next minute, or the next second. They can call. Listen, I had a place to live. I wasn't homeless. And all of a sudden, I became homeless. And I wasn't expecting it. And it was taking me down a real rabbit hole. But I'm grateful for being able to come here to this area, because I met some great people who were such inspiration to me, gave me a will and a desire to live again. When I was willing, I said I wasn't going to start dialysis. I was just going to live out my next 2 years and die.
We couldn't have that happening. I wasn't going to have that happening. I took an instant liking to you, Whiskey, as my friend, and I couldn't hold my tongue. Why the hell? I'm not. Why? That's not. No, you can't do this. And I'm glad that you listened to me on my soapbox, because now you're in dialysis. Now you're on the transplant list. I'm so thankful that you are here, because you truly, like you tell me all the time, my brother from another mother, I love you to death.
Thank you. And so that you all know, if you heard, I am in the process of getting on trend. I got to go back to Peoria on September. But guess what? Now begins another journey. I got an apartment of my own now. Now I got from now until September to lose at least 50 pounds so that I can qualify to get on the list. But also, I have had different ones, because I put out something that I'm looking for a kidney donor. Different ones have said to me that they would consider donating the kidney to people I don't even know. So I believe that somewhere before the year is out, or early part of next year, I'm going to give me a kidney.
That I'm my fingers are crossed for you. You know they are. And come walk around the block with me. I'll roll, but you can walk, and we'll lose some weight together.
Sounds like a plan. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Right?
It just have to be after 10 o'clock for you, right?
No, I like going in the afternoon, because the flowers are in bloom now. It looks like spring. The weather's still a little chilly, but not too bad. Just at least, after 12 o'clock in the afternoon, let me get my coffee.
I said after 10 o'clock. I was talking about after 10 o'clock a.m.
I thought you meant PM.
No. And
But
you
yeah,
said after 12 now. Okay.
yeah, I've got to wake up for a few minutes. But we'll make it happen. I'll get you out there, and if I have to tie a rope to my wheelchair and just pull you along, we'll make it happen.
All right. Sounds like a plan. I don't know if you saw the picture I posted online. I'm gonna send it to you about how once I lose this weight, this is how I'm gonna look.
Say that again.
I said I posted a picture about how I want to look after I lose this weight. I'm gonna send it to you and let you see it later.
Oh, okay. I haven't been online.
Okay. We got to get you online a little more.
I get so agitated with the shit that's online.
But
I try not to.
You have great joy doing what we're doing right now. This has been wonderful, Eric. To everyone that's been tuning in, listening to us, you have been tuning in to Conversations with Whisky Blu and
Eric Too.
And we'll be back on the third Thursday. So from now on, we'll be every first and every third Thursday. We'll be back here on the third Thursday of this month. I don't know what the exact date is right now, but just keep looking at the pages and you will see it. We'll always put out there. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We tell you, everyone have a good night. We say what? Peace.
21.
21?
No, it'll be on the 21st.
All right, Thursday, 21st, we will be back. Conversation with Whisky Blu Eric Too will be back on the third Thursday, which is Thursday, May the 21st. We'll see you there. Please do us a favor and like and share and pass this on and let people know they need to show up and be with us, all right? We're about to end the live stream. And we want you